Okay, UK could pull Russia's RT off the air. The United Kingdom might be pulling RT off the air. UK regulators could revoke the license of Russian state-backed television network RT after Moscow was linked with the attempted murder of former double agent Sergei Skripal. Prime Minister Theresa May said Monday that a weapons-grade nerve agent developed by Russia was used to poison Skripal. It was either an act by the Russian state or Moscow had lost control of its nerve agent, she added. So why are you punishing a media outlet? Okay. Hours later, UK media regulator Ofcom said it would consider whether RT was fit and proper to hold a broadcast license once the government had more information. In a second statement on Tuesday, the regulator said it had warned RT that it would carry out our independent fit and proper assessment on an expedited basis if UK authorities conclude that Russia was behind the attack. Some lawmakers told May on Monday they were concerned that the network was functioning as a propaganda outlet. RT is owned by Russian state-owned news agency RIA Novosti. RT's UK broadcast licenses were granted to the company's television division. RT has a very small viewership in the UK, but members of parliament have frequently appeared on the channel, so I guess they're Russian spies too. Ofcom has revoked 10 broadcasting licenses since 2003. The most recent was in 2017 when a radio station was pulled off the air for broadcasting hate speech. The regulator pulled the license of the English language news network of Iranian state broadcaster Press TV in 2012. Jesse points out, who do they think did it? Peter Lavelle? This makes no sense. Yep. Why would you punish a media? I feel like this is just, maybe they want to target RT, and this is kind of their way to do it. I mean, it's just, why would you target a media outlet? Like why? What if other countries did that to the United States? What if every time the U.S. does something completely hostile somewhere around the world, which by the way is all the time, what if the BBC, or excuse me, the BBC, wow, yeah, that's not a country, Ron. What if the UK was like, hey, all of our American bureaus, we're shutting them down because you guys illegally invaded Iraq, or you guys bombed Syria when you shouldn't have, or you guys are still exploiting Afghanistan, or you guys are still, you know, what if other countries did that to us? I mean, and I'm not saying what happened wasn't terrible. Of course it was. But why? Like, what does a media outlet have to do with that? What do the journalists that work for that media outlet have to do with that? Besides nothing. Abso-freaking-lutely nothing. So, yeah, this is scapegoating. Bobby points out Parliament debated this today and what to do regarding sanctions on Russia. England may bar their football team from attending the World Cup in Russia this summer. Frosty Buckets points out this is all against Jeremy Corbyn. Jennifer points out, but the memes. And Thorpe points out Waller's weapons of mass destruction started a war. Hopefully he doesn't find weapons of mass destruction now. It's a good point. Yeah, this is the same guy that was sure there were weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Now he's the hero of the United States. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And now they might pull them in the UK. By the way, Theresa May, right-wing politician. So for everybody in here in the United States that claims to be on the left, and yet they demonize RT because they think that Trump Russia is the solution to all their problems. I mean, how do you say Theresa May's on the right? She's against RT now. They're blaming a bureau for an attack. They're blaming a bureau a news outlet. It makes zero sense. It makes absolutely zero sense. But Trump Russia, this whole Russia hysteria, has caused people to kind of abandon critical thinking in any type of reason. This is fear-mongering. This is scapegoating. This is xenophobia. That's what this is. I mean, that's definitionally what it is. And I know I'm preaching to the choir. I know you guys see this for what it is, but now it's having dangerous effects. Now there is overextended censorship. I mean, and I've said this before. I'll say it again because it's worth repeating. Let's say, just for hypothetical sake, because I don't think this is going to be the case at all, but let's say, just for hypothetical sake, that everything Mueller's saying is 110% true. They get Trump on some kind of obstruction of justice. They find conclusive evidence. Trump goes down. Let's say, just for hypothetical sake, that happens. I don't see how it could at this point, but hey, who knows? Let's say it does. This was still not worth it. Everything that has happened with Trump Russia, quote unquote, so not worth it. The FBI is monitoring social media more than ever before. Silicon Valley gets to determine what is and isn't free speech. Black Lives Matter was demonized. DAPL was demonized. The Democratic Party is not going to do well in 2018 because instead of really doing an autopsy and really changing the party, they've just been distractathon over Russia 24/7 for a year and a flipping half. So we still have two right-wing parties in this country. Instead of really doing an autopsy and really doing true reform and maybe twisting their arm to the point where they had to get rid of superdelegates, we didn't do that. Because we had a Russia distractathon. Nancy Pelosi was able to deflect. Other leaders were able to deflect. And this is all largely because of the Russia distractathon, the xenophobic hysteria. Independent media has been demonized. They used the FARA Act, something that was put in place to prevent Nazis, not foreign bureaus. And they came down on Russia, and they came down on China next, because that's the likely next scapegoat. That's what they did. That's what they're still doing. How can anyone not see through this and not realize what's really going on? The intelligence agencies are not your friend, especially not if you're on the left and you're against war, which guess what? If you say you're on the left and you're not anti-war, guess what? You're not on the frickin' left. The left means you're anti-war. And there's no room for debate there. Hey guys, thanks for watching. That was a clip from Get Your News On with Ron, the world's first viewer-curated streaming news show. What does that mean? That means I log on to a stream and people tweet me articles over on Twitter at Ron Placone, or they use our Reddit subsection, which is just Get Your News On with Ron over on Reddit. And that's how we build the show. I'm seeing all these articles for the first time. We are literally getting our news on together. Follow me on Twitter at Ron Placone so you can participate. And this show streams live every Tuesday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please do tune in. If you want to support this show, you can do so over on patreon.com/Ron Placone, where for as low as $1 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts every week, exclusive videos, free tickets to shows when I'm performing in your town, and more for as low as $1 a month. Please do consider it. Thank you so much for your support. This has been Get Your News On with Ron.